Hey guys, welcome back with another video with Lindsay. We have more news coming from Warhammer 3 today. Today we're having the announcement that the two legendary lords for Kislev, we have Katerina, the Tsarina of Kislev, the Ice Queen, and we have a new guy, Konstantin, who seems to be a patriarch kind of figure, but we'll get into him soon. Of course, we know Katerina herself being the leader, and that's kind of expected, but you also have a secondary legendary lord, which was expected to be a boyar. A boyar would be a military leader, such as the one we saw in the release trailer. So it's quite interesting we get something unique, and according to some people, quite new in the lore, and there doesn't seem to be any reference to the lore. And by some people, I mean, of course, the Great Book of Grudges, who was very kind enough to lend me this footage, as currently there is very little information out apart from partners. That said, let's get into Katrina. Katrina we know a lot about, so we'll keep it short. Katrina is the Ice Queen, Ice Magic, super powerful. We've seen her in action multiple times, especially with the gameplay reveal last week. She's very strong, a very powerful leader, but interestingly enough, as we see at her logo, it is not the bear, so we are not getting her being the leader of the Kislev bear that we know right now. That probably means that good old Boris will be coming down later the line, possibly as a paid DLC or maybe a free DLC. However, then we have the new stuff. Konstantin of Kislev. Konstantin is a new character that was created for Kislev. He is what seems to be a new character. That said, I'm not very much into the lore, but from the little research I was able to do, doesn't seem to exist yet as of now, and that will be quite interesting. He seems to be a priest, and this we can deduct very simply the way he's wearing. The clothes that he's wearing are very religious symbols embroidered onto it, and lots of sigils. These symbols show Ursun, the god of Kislev, and possibly we can also induce that he will be similar in function to the Patriarch, which was revealed last week. We can see that he holds a scepter in one hand with the flaming temple of Kislev, similar to the temple we saw burning in the trailer that was released last week. And on the other hand, he has a standard, which will infer to us that he will have bonuses for his troops, resistances, healing, and support to his troops. Konstantin, also known as Rasputin, now he's not known as Rasputin, but we can see that he's been very much influenced by Rasputin, the legendary folk, mythical evil hero, anti-hero from, of course, the Tsar, the fall of the Tsardom in Russia in the real world. So it's quite an interesting disheveled look, but also looks quite cool as a religious fanatic, similar in ways to, of course, Volkmar the Grim for the Empire. So there might be some sort of interaction between the two, which would be quite interesting, because both of them are well, at least we know Volkmar is a religious nut job. Konstantin looks like a religious nut job, and together they might have an interesting story. Maybe, who knows, they'll unite together to destroy chaos before getting back to squabbling who's best, Sigmar or Ursun. That said, it's really lovely to see that we have two characters with room for more, allowing much more to add to the story. It's really interesting to see also the fact that throughout all of this, we've noticed Kislev has been getting a lot of rework, not just from CA. We've been told that Games Workshops have been working alongside CA to create new materials, new storylines for Kislev, and new lore, new units, and that will of course enrich what we have for Kislev as of right now. And something like that makes the world much more livable, much more breathable, and a much more realistic place for us to enjoy. Kislev in itself at the moment is simply what many people are calling it, a copy of the Empire, but realistically, what we're seeing for Warhammer 3, this is not going to be the case. Kislev is going to be unique, outstanding units, outstanding material, and outstanding gameplay. From what we saw, the potential is there. Of course, we need to test it out, have my hands on it to give you final verdict, but that is the case. Before I say goodbye to you all, I really, from the bottom of my heart, thank Nathan from the Great Book of Grudges for allowing me to use his footage. This is really generous of him, as of course right now footage is for partners only, so allowing me to get access to this as soon as he launched the video I'm very grateful. So go check out his channel, it's down below. I'll tag him and give him some love. From my end, subscribe to the channel if you're new, like the video if you've been here before, leave a comment if you do have comments to say about Tsarina or, of course, our friend Konstantin. I wish you all a lovely day. Bye bye.